Good day, viewers. My name is Nnamdi Uti. I'm here to discuss a bit on politics, but it's going to be interesting. Today's topic is how to select your choice candidates. Talking about election time, how to select your choice candidate in Nigeria during Nigeria election. You see, just the background. In Nigeria, we have INEC as the officiating entity. INEC is supposed to be independent. So they conduct this election and they have a platform which they have several officials. But now, with the way they've been organizing it thus far, there's been a lot of weakness in the system, a lot of malpractice. People steal our votes. They steal our votes. They divert our votes. They alter the numbers. They burn some ballot papers. Sometimes you have underage voters and the rest. Okay, some foreign voters even vote when Nigerians have not even voted. Some people Nigerians based abroad are not able to vote when even when they are very they're contributing significantly to the economy. So we hope to use this to tell you that the only problem we have in this country is poor quality leadership. And so for us to address that, we must address it. If we really want to have a Nigeria of our dream, we must address it. People don't just get good leaders. They put their heads together to get the quality of leaders they want. They don't get it through wishful thinking. This is why we are dedicating to this session to looking at those qualities we need to attributes that we need to look out for before we get good leaders. As you know, I will look at. Let me start from the current president. At Chatham House, he promised to make sure that our votes count. Now, before him is an INEC that have also tried in their own capacity to make some recommendations. And it appears that most of our legislators are against electronic transmission of results. Now, at Chatham House, Mr. President reminded us that he believed he won the election several times, the previous election several times, and he fought that to the Supreme Court level. That's what he said. And he went ahead to promise that he's going to, if he wins, he's going to make our votes count. Before us all here, we have a bill in the National Assembly, an Electoral Act Amendment Bill, and majority of the legislators who voted, and about 28 of them decided to abstain themselves for one reason or the other. A lot of them voted against electronic transmission of results. Now, my gut tells me that those who voted against the electronic transmission of results, together with those who abstained from, who were absent during that session, most likely they rigged themselves into office. I don't know how true that is, but that is what I suspect, because if all of them have, if they all have their BVN, if they all have their mobile phones in Nigeria, if they all have registered their SIM card in Nigeria, if they all have the national identity card numbers in Nigeria, then I wonder how they want to convince me that electronic voting will not work. Currently, we have over 200 million phone lines according to NCC website. So if we're able to have 200 million phone lines, then why won't our electronic voting count? That's one of the things we need to tackle. Our leaders, the leaders that will consistently push forward policies that are not people friendly, should be voted out. And now we cannot vote them out undemocratically. We cannot vote them out through a coup, because we are not coup plotters. We are Democrats. So our votes should count. Now, your vote will not count if you refuse to pick up your voter's card. As we speak right now, INEC have already opened up the portal, the window for electronic for voting. That's or registration of voters card. Now you can do that electronically from the comfort of your home. Go online, use the Google, search for the link, and start the process. If you cannot get it, I'll try to put the link below this video in my YouTube channel and other social media platform I belong to, so that you share it to everybody around you, all eligible voters around you should have the link, and they should sit in their houses and register. They should not only register, they should also tell 50 more Nigerians to register as well. And if we do that, all Nigerians will get registered. In addition, if you have relocated from your former place of residence, you can also switch your location on the portal. If you have lost your card, you can also get it by registering online there. Get your voter's card if you are eligible. If you have your wards, your children at home, your nephews, your aunts, your aunties, your uncles, your brothers and sisters residing with you, make sure that they all have voter's card. That is how to do it. You encourage them. A lot of them are ignorant. They need you to counsel them, to educate them on why they should get their voter's card. Without their voter's card, without voting, they should not only get it, they should also ensure that they vote. Now, without voting, you are gradually selling off your rights as a citizen. So please ensure they have voter's card. Now, after getting your voter's card, applying to get your voter's card, go to the INEC website and get the manifesto of the political parties and review them. Nigeria actually don't need all those number of political parties, but let's say since they have them, okay, we will go through them and see compare the content. Be patient, very patient. One of them have a manifesto of 40 pages, another 25 pages, like that. They have different number of pages. Please take pain to review. For example, when I reviewed this, the manifesto of all the major political parties, I noticed that they have in it that they will push forward true federalism. Now, let me ask you, are they pushing forward true federalism? If they are not, why are the media men not asking them this question each time they want to interview them? When you're interviewing the chairman of the party, do you ask them why they are not pushing true federalism? If you are not asking them, then you are part of the problem. Okay. Have you been asking Mr. President? Have you asked the governors? Have you asked Mr. Councillor? Have you asked Mr. Senator? Have you asked Mr. All the political party ministers and co that you've been interviewing or that you've been laundering the image? Ask them about true federalism and see if this country will not change. Okay. So there are many things that you need to ask. Ask them about their party, the electoral promises they make. So if you follow them religiously to find out what their electoral promises are. If a politician tells you that he's going to give you 4 million jobs or 5 million jobs or 10 million jobs in a year, now ask the question, what is his antecedent? Has he been able to provide 50,000 jobs in personal capacity as a citizen? How many jobs has he been able to create? If he's been able to create 100,000 jobs, sure, he might be able to create 1 million jobs. But if he's not been able to do that, then that's a question mark. Look for proof. That's why I said investigate their history and past records. Someone should not come and tell you that they can turn the power sector when they cannot do it, when they've not been able to install ordinary generator. Okay, you should think beyond electoral promises and investigate them. Investigate to find out the history, search the history, probe, engage in third-party political debates. See, in Nigeria, we hardly go into healthy debates. You need to pause and watch what happens in the US and other developed countries. Let us up our game, engage in political debates. You might learn one or two things through the process, either by being an observer or by taking part in one. It doesn't matter if your candidate loses in such debates. Okay, by engaging in that debate, you might end up voting for the opposing party, so long as it gives you better life. You should engage in encourage healthy debate. Don't encourage politicians that are not willing to come forward for debates. It's an aberration. You as citizens should debate. The politicians themselves should debate. That's how our democracy become vibrant and very productive. We need a vibrant democracy to change our narratives, and do not tolerate any politician that refuse to come forward for debate. See, things are very expensive in this country now, and you can get it better when you put them to test through debates. You find out that they'll bring up great ideas. Those ideas that are implementable. Even those in the minority party can bring out great ideas that can be implementable. Watch out for electoral rules. So after debate, you also look out for electoral rules. INEC will publish rules. Make sure you religiously understood what the content looks like, so you know what your rules will be like. Now, make sure that cast your votes according to the candidate of your choice. So what that means is, after you've investigated these candidates and checked the history, looked through their manifesto, party manifesto, don't follow what one religious person or one political leader or one godfather or one of your friends or what I tell you. Okay, investigate what these people can do, test their capacity, test their history, and then vote through knowledge and understanding. Don't vote through emotion. Don't vote because of your tribe. Don't vote because of your religion. Don't vote because the person belongs to your political party. Don't vote because the person is bearing the same name with you. Don't vote that way. Vote because you know that that candidate is the best choice. Okay. Now, when you vote, you go home and relax. So, to cast your vote according to a candidate of your choice. See, I'm not telling you to vote for any candidate. I'm not telling you any particular party. So, for instance, you could come during election, you vote in the presidential election, you vote for candidate of another party, and during the governorship election, you vote for candidate of another party. In the chairmanship or senatorial legislative elections, you vote for candidate of another party. So long as we bring out the best of the best in all the parties, that is what a healthy democracy should look like. Now, protect your vote if the electronic transmission is not deployed. Yes, if we have electronic transmission of results, the number of deaths during an election period will be low. Now, why do we experience death? We experience death because some individuals are paid by politicians to steal our votes. And so people usually attack them. The candidates of a opposing political party usually attack such people. And before you know it, deaths will occur. Sometimes people steal ballot box. Sometimes people destroy ballot box. You can check the YouTube for the ballot box snatchers in 2015 and 2016 elections. You see that a lot of people died because of that. Sometimes when a particular candidate is winning in a particular polling area, people go and destroy the voting materials. Sometimes they import foreigners to vote. These are facts which INEC has testified online already. You have a lot of, can check online, you see this, you see evidence everywhere. So electronic transmission is supposed to reduce all that, but our politicians, using the powers that we've given to them, are planning to sabotage that. Okay, so that's why I said majority of those who are voting against electronic transmission of results most likely, okay, rig themselves into office. And majority of those who abstained themselves during that election, they voted in the legislative arm, most of them must have rigged themselves into the office. If not, they should prove me wrong by endorsing electronic voting. They endorse electronic voting, they will know that they are confident of winning election. That's why they voted in favor of electronic voting. Now, you don't expect a thief, for instance, to accept to install CCTV camera in your house. If you tell a thief to come and install CCTV camera in your house, what do you expect? They will not install it. That's what we are seeing here. Legislators or people who do not want our elections to count will definitely vote against electronic transmission of votes. And so all Nigerians, all knowledgeable Nigerians, all educated Nigerians, all well-meaning Nigerians need to shout out. Whenever you are in any forum, be it on social media or you're discussing with the media men, the press, the print media, television, and radio, together with foreign media, please tell them that electronic transmission will help us. Electronic transmission of results will help us to minimize electoral fraud. And Mr. President, you promised to make sure that our votes count. This is the opportunity. It's on your palm. Why don't you speak up? Why don't you speak up so that the people, your party, which is in the majority, endorse electronic transmission of results? Are you trying to tell me that you've forgotten your electoral promise at Chatham House, where you said that you want our votes to count? This is it. This is the opportunity for you to demonstrate that. If you truly believe in that promise, then make our votes count through electronic transmission of results. Don't sign a bill, electoral amendment bill that does not have electronic transmission there. Okay, send it back to the National Assembly. Let them demonstrate. Let them show us why. If NCC should have a record of 200 million phone lines, why should electronic transmission of results be impossible in Nigeria? Okay, that is a fact. Now, when we finish the election and voted in candidates, whether we vote in the right candidate or not, as a true Democrat, you need to support the candidate. Okay, you that won. You support them, watch them, and monitor their electoral promises. Monitor them as they go about fulfilling the electoral promises. If they promise, for instance, to make to create jobs, are they doing that? If they are doing it, celebrate it, share it around. Let people know that this electoral promise is being fulfilled. Don't sabotage it. If you sabotage it, nobody will come and fix this country. Canadians will not leave their country to come to Nigeria to fix Nigeria. No. Niger Republic people will not leave their country to come to Nigeria to fix Nigeria. Benin Republic will not leave their country and their problems to come here and fix Nigeria. Cameroonians will not leave their country with the myriad of problems that they have to come here and fix it. It is you and I that will fix it. So we need to celebrate good government policies and reject satanic, retrogressive government policies like manual transmission of election results, primitive manual transmission of election results. All our legislators that voted against electronic transmission of results, or that want to sabotage the electronic transmission of results, already have voters BVN. They already have NIN, the National Identity Amendment number. They already have done their SIM registration. All of them must have been transferring money through electronic transmission process. So if their monies can be transmitted electronically, why won't our votes be transmitted electronically? They should educate me. I need to be educated. Okay. Why don't they allow police to transmit their money, to guide their money, to help them transmit their money? Why? Why don't they allow police, army, and other law enforcement agents and area boys and thugs to help them transmit their money? Why? But they want area boys, thugs, and the law enforcement agents to help me transmit my votes, which is wrong. Okay. We should monitor them. When you monitor them as they fulfill their electoral promises, we celebrate them. But if they refuse to remember their electoral promises, we should remind them online. We should remind them, just like they just reminded Mr. President now that he promised to make our votes count. Remind them. If you're a media man and you're interviewing Mr. President, ask him, you promised at Chatham House that our votes will count. Why are you not endorsing electronic transmission of votes? Why are you not speaking up? Yes, ask Mr. President. When you ask him, and you ask the party, his party chairman, you ask the governors under the party, you ask the legislators under his party, and you see if you are not already achieving the change, the positive change that we are talking about. We should monitor them as they fulfill their electoral promises, and we should celebrate them as they do. We should also give them ideas. If they lack ideas, we should recommend ideas. Okay, we should suggest to them. There are many ways. Like this electronic transmission of results, it's one key way Mr. President can fulfill his electoral promises. He does not expect all Nigerians to run around protecting the ballot box. That is a very primitive approach to the subject matter. Speak up when necessary to halt them if they drift away from their promises. If they promise to create 1 million jobs and they are sacking Nigerians, shout out. Okay? Sack Nigerians, creating policies that will help to sack Nigerians. We should speak up. All Nigerians should speak up. That is how we get it right. Okay. Now, Nigerians are the only ones that can fix Nigeria. And one of the key steps that you must you must encourage all eligible voters to make sure that they have voters card. All those law enforcement agents who normally line themselves up during INEC registration to sabotage the process, this is a time for you to not to sabotage the process. Instead, cooperate with Nigerians and make sure that all Nigerians, eligible Nigerians, get their voters card. You see, if you refuse to support them to have their voters card, you continuously be demotivated in your place of work. Yes, those politicians will continue to sabotage your effort, and you will never get good remuneration. Yes, you will not be motivated, and it will be a cycle of madness. Everybody will be sabotaging each other, and before you know it, we have a society where we are just made for ourselves. We use a society where that is so retrogressive in both in our actions and the way we do things. We need to change that narrative. We can do it. I'm very optimistic that this country can change if we all start to speak with one voice, with our vote, to make sure our votes count. Our votes can count through electronic voting, and electronic voting through electronic transmission of results. Please tell the next Nigerian to go out and register. Tell everybody in your house, everybody, whether you are the owner of the house or not, tell your father, tell your mother, tell your sisters, tell your brothers, tell your uncles, tell your aunties, tell your nephews, tell your nieces to go out and register. They should go online, get the link, or come to my YouTube channel and see the link there. Get the link and register. They can switch themselves if they were living somewhere else. When they registered, they can transfer themselves to a new place, and that is how we can change our country for good. This country have good people who can change narrative. If you do not know, okay, most of the voters right now were too young to know the old NITEL. The old NITEL had only 450,000 phone lines. Now we have 200 million phone lines, and we have so many Nigerians gainfully employed through that entire value chain. Okay, now if we can get it right in the telecoms, we can get it right in so many sectors. We have Nigerians. We don't need to import foreigners to come and help us do it. We have credible Nigerians who are willing to contest the elections, and they would never contest. They are bigger than all those who go about stealing your votes and carrying your ballot box up and down. Okay, we need to put forward an electoral system that will fish out such candidates and put them forward for credible election, and they will win. When they win, they come up and implement these policies. They're people-friendly policies that will make life more meaningful for all Nigerians. And you see the death rate will reduce. A lot of jobs will be created. The power will be stable. The fuel, most importantly, the price of fuel will come down. Price of power will come down. Okay. Now, let me tell you, you might think that what I've just said now is impossible. You are not right, because I was in this country when a SIM card. Okay, let me even start from NITEL, days of NITEL. I was in this country where a NITEL line was going for 150,000 naira, including corruption there. I think the official rate then was 30,000, but what you have on top of it are all those other factors that could be attributed to corruption. So for you to have a phone line, you have to pay about 150,000. When GSM operators started, they were selling, one of them was selling their SIM for 32,000 naira and above. Another one was selling their SIM for 22,000 naira. Today, a SIM is almost free. If you go around, you see the number of jobs that initiative have already created. We can have similar in the power sector. We can have similar in the petroleum sector. We can have similar revolution in agricultural sector. We can have similar revolution in the education sector, health sector, transport sector. These sectors, in fact, manufacturing sector. All these sectors can create millions of jobs. But if we continue to put in incompetent leaders based on tribal sentiment, based on religious sentiment, you and I will be here suffering and blaming each other. Okay? I don't want you to blame me, and I don't want to blame you. Do get it right by electing the right people. Election time is coming 2023. INEC has already opened the window, so take advantage of it to register. And I'm hoping that in the future, INEC will never close the window so that every eligible Nigerians will continue to register. It should be a continuous process. It should not close. Okay. National Orientation Agency will not tell you what I've told you now. INEC will not tell you what I've told you now, even though all these agencies receive a lot of money. Okay, go ahead and get registered. Your votes will count. All the television stations, all the radio stations in Nigeria will not tell you what I've told you. Go ahead and register now. Don't waste time. Don't wait until the 11th hour. Register now. If you have lost your voter's card, go and register now. Notify them through the portal and fill the necessary online form. Help people to fill the necessary forms so that they get it right. When you get it right and I get it right, we will get Nigeria right. God bless you. My name again is Nnamdi Uti. I believe in Nigeria. Nigeria can turn out great. I believe that Nigeria is a great nation that should grow strong. We have people, we have capable hands, we have capable people. Nigerians are movers and shakers of other nations' economy. We can do it here in this country. Thank you so much, and God bless you.